Apparently my plexiglass is too shiny. Hey gang, this Hexy. Let's talk Bach Dom Rhein, SPI. Somewhere in the 70s, I think. I think it's written on the side of the map here somewhere. Oh, well, anyhow, so we're 3 turns in, getting ready to do the German combat phase. Can I say typical bulge? You know, first day, surprised by the Germans, massive artillery barrage, green units being affected. You can see the stack of Americans up there that were either affected by the green unit roll. Germans got some punishment too. They've got a couple of divisions that are green, some of the Volksgrenadier divisions. And some of those are from combat. No place to retreat. They get cut off. Terrain is terrible. Weather is terrible. And movement is delayed. So, you know, your best movement is getting in march mode and get on a road and stay on a road. Only problem is you don't get a whole lot of punch power. Units are reduced in their effectiveness when they're in march mode. But if you do get a hole somewhere, and you know, especially for the Germans, and the Americans can't plug that hole because of their limited unit activation or commitment in the first 3 or 4 game turns, and you've got a column in march mode, they can really break out. So there's a rule in this one here. First SS Panzer, which is all of that you see right there, they can never be out of supply, ever. They never get an out of supply marker put on them, but they can be isolated. So an isolation won't necessarily punish them unless they attack or be involved in a combat. They end up ISO 2, then you got to go to surrender rules on the surrender phase. As you see, some of the Americans over here, we just bypassed them, but now I think we're going to clean these up as best we can. ISO'd units have no zone of control, okay? So you can just roll right by them. So units that are in improved positions or in towns or cities or entrenchments, they do not have to attack out unless they want to, but if they do, then they got to abide by the attack everything in your zone of control. So, well, you know, those rules on that, because you have rigid and you have a fluid zone of control. Okay, so, progression. The Germans punched a nice little hole in here near Bullingen, and not really doing anything towards Saint-Vith yet. The Americans are kind of holding. Plus, they blew some bridges right there. So there's 3 bridges right here. Now, you blow the bridges pretty much on anything. It's the most effective when you blow it on a river, because your Class B units, they've got to have bridges to get across, and they got to be in march mode to get across them. The upper flank of the Americans up in here, where the 2nd Infantry and eventually the 1st is going to come on. This is going to be some activity here. I'm going to take some wild shots here, try to get all the artillery I can, because the Germans don't have any limits on the first day of how many units can barrage, points can barrage. So trying to take effect of that. And then try to get, who is this back here? 246 came on, trying to get them. They're in march mode. They're just Class A. It's just an infantry division. But, and then I've got 12th SS Panzer right here that, you know, if we can, I don't know. I don't see much like it did in reality, much of a breakthrough happen over here. Those are all strong infantry, American infantry under there. And not all of them are green like they are for the 106th and the 99th and then eventually the 28th on the other side of the battlefield. So starting to move some of the back units forward. There's a lot of engineers. You got the depots, the fuel depots, which 4 of them are in fact fuel depots, and what those fuel depots do, depending on how many the Germans capture, can shift the victory level. So like if victory level 1 and they've captured so many of those fuel points that are actually fuel points, it'll shift it to a victory level of 2. So they can get a better victory out of it depending on how many they get. Of course, most of them are back here. So, you know, always found this system to be unique. I know it seems like a majority of people think that this thing was broken. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't hit it yet, and I'm not playing the campaign. I'm just playing the Camp Group of Piper scenario. So, but the Americans are limited to what they can commit each turn. Like First turn, they can't do anything. Second turn, they can do 1 unit. Third turn, they roll a dice or something like that. And they said, like, they got 7 commitments on this last turn, and they needed it. That's the max they could get because I needed to plug this hole up in here. Don't know how effective that's going to be because I got a feeling that these attacks right here should break this out. Don't have a ton of artillery support in there. Got some long-range stuff left that can shoot. And then over here in the woods, the 116th Panzer, they can't go any farther above this line right here. They can attack units in that line, but they can't move into it. So this is their line of advances right along here. So they're going to deal, which doesn't look like they're going to have a problem unless this unit here, this mech unit, which you can't see, all right, right in here, is 116th. They should take this bridge. There's no engineers here to blow it. There's nobody here to blow it. So unless this mech infantry unit, no, it's a recon unit, he should be able to get up in there. See, cost him 4 to come out of march mode. No, it's 4 to go into march mode. Yeah, and then, okay, 4 to come out, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He'll just be able to get there because it's 6 in those woods. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens over there. I don't know what purpose this bridge is going to serve other than to get these infantry units across if necessary and then turn towards Saint-Vith. But right now, Saint-Vith is looking like it's not a threat from the sort of the east and the south, but it is going to be a threat if the Foster makers here break through and they can sweep down the road and take it this way. Of course, the victory conditions are exiting units off the map up in those areas up there. So many German units got to get off the map up in that corner somewhere, and that's how they get there. And you got till the 21st is the last turn, the December 21st. So, yeah, not... the biggest progression is in the middle, and we're going to keep folks in there because we got, like, say, 1st SS and 12th SS, and some of these 1st SS core tank units. They're all 6s, so you know what that is. Those are Tigers. All right, they're up in there. There could be Tiger Bs too. I don't know. It just says 6s. So, and some Panthers back in here, PZ4s. All right, they're marked on the unit. All right, so here you go. Wacht am Rhein, 3 turns in, get ready to execute German combat, and see if we can create any bigger holes in there. And hopefully the Americans can start. They got the first big red ones coming on here shortly. So hopefully they can get enough troops in there to sort of stem this. But like I said, I don't think much is going to happen up there. We're going to try. I just don't see much happening. All right, let's get this posted so y'all can see where we're at with Wacht am Rhein SPI. Talk to y'all soon.